Good evening, Centre for Effective Living Community. It's Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist, director founder for the Centre for Effective Living. How are you going this evening, this Monday evening, second week of New South Wales school holidays? If you are a parent with children, I'm hoping that you are all holding up well and healthy. I'm coming to you live today. It's almost the end of April, which means that it's very well almost the end of me doing these live segments every weekday. Just putting out the reminder that it is the season when if you have struggled with a low mood or anxiety or a mental health issue, that during the fall months into winter, it can start to actually impact on your sense of well-being. Although it has been rather sunny, I have to admit, haven't yet had to pull out a lot of my jumpers or my scarves to get myself warm. So I'm coming today to you. Oh, tripping over my words. To ask you, what do you do when things don't go according to plan? When you've probably prepared for something like an event or a task that you've been, sort of trying to get your head around and practicing or preparing for, and it all falls apart when you're in the moment, when it's time for you to actually be at your best, be at your game, and present or perform. What do you actually do? Well, I guess it's very normal and it's common and perfectly reasonable to actually have some very strong emotions. Maybe you feel embarrassed, maybe you feel disappointed, maybe you feel frustrated. And the tendency at that point in time is to you could actually really withdraw and just tunnel down and be hard on yourself, or we might externalize that into blame, looking for someone to put the blame on, or somewhere for us to externalize those emotions so that we can diffuse it. It's equally possible that in that moment that maybe what we actually need to do is to just accept that sometimes things just don't go according to plan, right? None of us hold a crystal ball. Things can very well fall apart, even with our best intentions. So it might be okay probably to just say to yourself, you know what, I'm feeling these emotions, label the emotions, accept that that is a reasonable and natural part of what you're feeling, but perhaps hold back on trying to diffuse that by blame or by externalizing that to something else, or actually internalizing that to yourself. Hold back. Have a moment to just accept those emotions, maybe move on to something else for the moment, and then come back with sort of a more grounded and diffused and delayed response to actually look at the whole picture. You might have missed some essential pieces of information. For example, perhaps there was stuff going on in the environment. Perhaps some things were running late, or there was equipment that wasn't working, or perhaps there was other people who might have been, for all different kinds of reasons, may have been contributing to the dynamics for that particular moment. Perhaps there is actually a reasonable process that needed to be fixed. And perhaps it might even be something that for yourself you identify as that, maybe that's a gap, a skill gap or an information gap. The bottom line is it's okay to feel those things in the moment, because of course if you've been preparing for something and you've been looking, hoping to be at your best, you're going to feel disappointed. That's all right. But hold back from internalizing it in terms of being overly self-critical, or externalizing it in terms of blaming and looking to put those emotions onto someone else or another or something else to blame. Delay it, diffuse it, and then come back into the situation and analyze it from the whole perspective. And you might even rope someone that you trust and know very well into the process to help you to identify, at which point or what were some of the elements that contributed to that situation not going so well. So I just want to leave you with that. Hope you have a lovely evening and enjoy the rest of your week. See you later. Bye.